Hello and welcome to the first ever edition of the E Show. My name is Neil Ravin. I serve as the Director of PR and Social Media for the Eastern Hockey League. Joining me today is Rocky Russo, the head coach of the Philadelphia Little Flyers, and Jerry Domish, the head coach of the Philadelphia Junior Flyers. Thank you guys for taking the time this morning. So for today's conversation, obviously we're focusing on the EHL finals between your two teams. Rocky, we'll start with you. Being just 15 miles apart, does that add any extra punch to the finals?
Yeah, I think it's exciting. I mean, we've always had great competition with the Junior Flyers in the 4 years that I've been here, and this season certainly has been no exception. I thought we had five great games throughout the year, and so I'm looking forward to an excellent series.
Yeah, so Jerry, the scores from the regular season, of course, we go back. The Little Flyers won the first few 6-1, 5-4, 3-2, and then you, of course, came out on top 3-2 in a shootout, and then 3-0. What, if anything, can you take away from those five regular season matchups?
It's really hard to take anything away from single games when you're playing the Little Flyers because, as Rocky said, in our 4 years playing against each other, not a lot is carried over from game to game other than tough defensive play, great hockey game, and great outcomes either way.
So you both have taken different paths to get to the finals. Rocky, we'll start with you. You lose the first game of the playoffs and come back to beat the Nighthawks, and then you follow that up with sweeps against the Apple Corps and the Rockets. How did the loss to the Nighthawks in the first game of the playoffs help your team?
You know what? I think any time you as an individual or as a team have to deal with some adversity, if you approach it the right way, it helps to make your group stronger. And obviously, we didn't play well in game one. We ran into a hot goalie in Brock Thompson, who had a little extra motivation because he was one of our goaltenders last year. And our guys had the opportunity to fight through that adversity. And it wasn't the first bit of adversity we had faced. Obviously, after our streak broke, we lost a few games along the way down the stretch in the second half. So, it was something that our boys had dealt with already and were prepared for. Nobody got nervous. Nobody got tight. We went out and played our game and were able to get through that series.
Yeah, and for Jerry, you sweep your first round with Hartford. You go to 3 games with the Wizards, and then you sweep last round with the Monarchs. How did the game 3 with the Wizards help your team?
I want to use that word that Rocky just used, adversity. That's where our team's been most of the year, and I think that's what's helped us overcome anything, including that game. Early in the year, before the break, we lost 2 forwards and 3D who were key components of our team. And we finished before the break, we finished with only 5D playing, and we beat the Monarchs 4-0. I think that game really showed the guys that they could overcome anything playing with 18 players in the lineup and beating the Monarchs 4-0. And then right after the break, we lost another D-man, and our number one goalie walks off to get surgery. And Mac Vale steps in and goes, 18-1 or something crazy. So the guys have really realized it doesn't matter who's in the lineup. As long as they have each other, they can overcome anything. So I think I'm with Rocky. Adversity is the best thing a team can go through if they want to become strong.
Yeah, so we'll mix in a relatively fun question right now. Obviously, you've talked about how your two teams have seen each other a lot. Rocky, if you had to take one player off the Junior Flyers roster and put him on your roster, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's an interesting question. If I had to take one player off of Jerry's team, my favorite player on his team is Hayden Taylor. In fact, I gave it to our Midwest scout because Jerry got him and we didn't. So he's big, he's strong, he can skate, he's young as a 98. He impacts the game in a lot of ways. He's a player that I appreciate watching when we're not playing, and always have an eye on watching when we are.
All right, so similar question then for you, Jerry. One player off of the Little Flyers that you could add to your team if you could.
I think it would be Aaron Peterson, and it's because he's very dangerous in the faceoff circle, and I believe the Little Flyers are very opportunistic. They score when you make mistakes, and I think he's a big part of it. He doesn't need a lot of space and a lot of time to hurt you bad. So I'd like to have him on my side.
So Peterson and Taylor, two players to watch in this series. So we'll wrap up with this. We'll start with you, Jerry. One thing that the fans can look forward to with the finals.
I think you're going to find, besides the two best teams in the league, you're going to find two teams that compete probably as good as any two teams you'll find. Like every time we've played Rocky in the 4 years, like the games are going to be unpredictable, but they're going to be tightly contested, and it doesn't matter who goes up because it's not going to be over until the last buzzer blows.
And Rocky, your thoughts?
You know what? I think what fans of good hockey are going to see is good, clean hockey. You know, you're not going to see the extra crap after the whistle. You're not going to see the dirty hits. You're going to see a fast brand of hockey from both teams that kind of respect each other and know that the other team is capable of scoring if you give them too much time and space. And so you're going to see good, hard, clean hockey for up to 5 games. It should be a lot of fun.
Well, there you have it, folks. It's the Philadelphia Little Flyers versus the Philadelphia Junior Flyers. The battle for Philadelphia for the EHL Finals in the Premier Division. Thank you guys for your time this morning. Good luck this weekend, and we'll see you in Philly.
Thanks, Neil.
Thanks.